Hello friends. Well, this isn't going to be an unboxing video because this was a Christmas gift and I already unboxed it. So it's going to be more like a little bit of a product review and a humorous story maybe. My son bought me a new air rifle for Christmas. I've had a Gamo in the past. Last year I bought a Gamo 22 caliber rifle to replace the 177 that I just wore out, and it didn't go well. I'll say that. Hijack. I don't know if I just got a lemon or what. It just never worked out. The first one I got, the scope was just bad. Sent it back to Gamo. They made it right. Sent me another gun, whole gun. I had to send them the whole gun, not just the scope. They made it right. They sent it back to the scope that worked. Just the gun was never consistent, that 22 caliber. I don't know if I got a lemon or not, or two lemons in a row. Never got around to really testing how the other one grouped because I never could make the scope get on paper. That's why I had to send it back. It was just, the scope was just bad. So I don't know, it just might have been my bad luck. But on to the new gun. So my son brought me this one this year. This Gamo Swarm 10X Maxim Gen 2 in 177. And so far so good. Comes pretty complete. Flip that around where I can open it. Gun's back here behind me. I know y'all seen it already. Comes with a scope. It comes with some instructions that are kind of basic, but it's an air rifle. Comes with the Allen wrenches that you need to mount your scope, and comes with the Allen wrench that you need, this little bitty tiny one here. We'll get it out. Good grief, gonna fumble fingers again. Comes with this little bitty guy right here, and wow, I can't, man. This other one, this is for putting your scope on with. And the little one is for adjusting your trigger. It comes with this one comes with the cat trigger, or what they call it, custom action trigger. You can adjust how much slack the trigger's got in it, which I really like, and you can also adjust the trigger pull. It says it can be adjusted to under 3 pounds, and it's supposed to come at 3 pounds. I don't know, I haven't put my trigger scale on it, just because it's an air rifle and I don't like to fire them dry, and I don't wasting pellets. I might do it another time, who knows. But anyway, just to be curious. But on to that. Let's take a look at the gun. Hijack. Yes, you're a good boy. Now go on. Go on, dummy. Jack likes to be in the videos too sometimes. The one flaw I can say I don't like about the design of the gun is you can't get the scope cap on with the barrel up. So after you discharge your last shot, like I like to do, I like to never leave one under spring tension, and I also don't like to dry fire an air rifle. These pistons, I just can't see that it's good for them. So if you want to put your scope cap on, they're see-through. It doesn't allow you to have room. This is in the way. It's right here. It's just in the way. So you can get it on there sort of, kind of, but not really. Protect your lenses a little bit. But anyway, that's a good bark. It comes with a 10-round magazine, which I think is really cool. You can load the magazine. Do a little fumble finger here getting the magazine out, but there we go. Little magazine release right there. And the 10-round magazine. It's wind it up. You put a pellet in, wind it, put a pellet in, wind it, keep going till you got them all in, and then drop them down in here. And I like this feature. I'm gonna have to go on their website and buy me a couple more magazines. I wish they'd have come with a second magazine, but whatever. In the buttstock, you've got a little magazine, place to put your next spare mag. Fumble finger around with that again. Goes right in there. Haven't obviously played with this enough to be proficient with it yet, but it's a super cool little feature that goes in there. I quit. I'm not gonna be able to do it on camera, and I'm boring you already. So, read the instructions, and I decided I was gonna take all the slack out of the trigger because I don't like slack in a trigger. So, all right, this thing's kicking my butt. There we go. All right. Well, I'm done. We'll move on to the story. Fumble with that later. Again, I got to work with the gun a lot to get used to it. Getting these magazines in, you got to have it at the right little angle. And I can't find it right now. But anyway, so I adjusted all the slack out of the trigger because I don't like a lot of take up. Didn't adjust the trigger pull because I didn't know where it was, didn't know if I'd like it, so I didn't want to fool with it. So we put it together, put the scope on it, did those adjustments, and here's the humorous story. So we went out to zero it. And in my almost 55 years of life, it's December 31st, 2023 right now. I was born in January, so 27 days-ish. I was born on January 27th. I'll be 55. And in my 55 years of life, I don't have a conscious memory of a gun not being in it. I have never taken a gun out of the box, mounted a scope on it, went out to zero it, and have it be zeroed. This little gun was. It was hitting and grouping right where we wanted it. I couldn't ask for better. So surprised. So that was with a 10-round magazine. I was fired about, I think, 6 shots out of it. Maybe, I don't remember, 6 or 8. So anyway, I handed it off to my son. Well, no, I fired 5 shots out of it. And was just tickled with it because the first 3 were like boop, 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 right where I wanted them. And then I fired a couple more, and then I handed the gun off to my son who was going to shoot it. And we started looking around out back, and there was a bird about 60 yards away in a tree. And this bird, before all you tree huggers get crazy, this is an invasive species. It was a European starling. They're an invasive species here in Texas, and they're just a mess. They compete with our native birds, but anyway, not going to get off and down that route. But anyway, it's European starling. Yeah, and he said in this tree, it's about 60 yards away, at least 60. Well, somewhere in that neighborhood anyway. So I'm like, hey, shoot that one, buddy. He throws the gun up, pulls the trigger, and pop! That bird just falls to the ground. And we stood there a second, just erupted in laughter. So I'm sold. I'm tickled. Within its first magazine, it's zeroed. First 10-round magazine, it's zeroed and already got its first kill on invasive species, which every spring I go on this jihad, if you will, for invasive species birds in my area here. And these little air rifles are super awesome for that. Getting rid of the European starlings, and the other ones I really like to shoot are the Eurasian collared doves. Now, all birds are edible. I've never eaten a European starling. They are edible, but those Eurasian collared doves or ringnecks, they're just as tasty as our native birds. So there you go. Hats off to you, Gamo, and thank you for the gift, my son. I love you very much. That's that. Such as it is. Y'all have fun out there.